Welcome to Echo History, where we dive deep into the echoes of the past and explore the stories that shaped our world. Today, we embark on a gripping journey into an alternate history, one where Adolf Hitler did not die in 1945. What if he had escaped? What if World War II had not ended the way we know it? Let's unravel the chilling possibilities of a world where the Nazi leader lived beyond the war. April 30th, 1945, Berlin is in ruins. The Soviet Red Army is closing in on the Führer bunker. History tells us that Hitler, facing inevitable defeat, took his own life. But what if he didn't? What if, instead of choosing death, he chose exile? There were always rumors: submarines seen fleeing towards South America, mysterious sightings in Argentina. What if Hitler had orchestrated his own escape? Imagine a world where the Third Reich did not fully collapse, where its remnants reorganized in hidden corners of the world, waiting for the right moment to rise again. Had Hitler survived, the Allies would have been forced into a relentless manhunt. Would the Cold War have taken a different turn? With the Soviet Union and the West already divided, would a living Hitler have fueled an even darker geopolitical struggle? Perhaps he would have been a fugitive, orchestrating a neo-Nazi resurgence from the shadows. Would the Nuremberg trials have held the same weight without the ultimate villain on trial? Would Nazi loyalists have fought on, refusing surrender, believing their leader was still out there? And let's not forget the atomic bomb. By 1945, the United States had unlocked the secrets of nuclear destruction. Would Hitler, had he been alive, have sought to acquire such power? Would the world have plunged into an even longer, deadlier conflict? This alternative timeline raises haunting questions about how fragile peace truly is and how close we may have come to an even darker post-war world. History is full of ifs. Today, we've explored just one of them. But what do you think? If Hitler had escaped, how would history have changed? Would the world be different today? Let us know in the comments below. This is Echo History, bringing the past to life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring.
Welcome back to Echo History, where we dive deep into the untold stories of the past. In today's video, we're unlocking the secrets behind one of World War II's most legendary leaders, General George S. Patton. Known for his fearless leadership and aggressive tactics, Patton was a force to be reckoned with. But what made him so successful on the battlefield? How did he turn ordinary men into extraordinary soldiers? Stick around as we uncover Patton's leadership tactics that changed the course of history. Patton wasn't just a general, he was a battlefield strategist who lived by one rule: aggressiveness wins wars. His approach? Strike hard, strike fast, and strike first. A good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan executed next week, Patton once said. And that's exactly what he did, relentlessly with no hesitation. During the Battle of the Bulge, Patton didn't sit back and wait for orders. He understood the importance of speed. The Germans were encircling Allied forces in Belgium. What did Patton do? He immediately turned his Third Army's tanks around and drove them over 100 miles in just a few days to relieve the besieged 101st Airborne at Bastogne. Speed, surprise, momentum. Patton believed that maintaining the initiative was key to breaking the enemy's will to fight. His tanks didn't wait for clear instructions, they charged. And that's how Patton became the master of blitzkrieg tactics on the Western Front. Now, what set Patton apart from other generals wasn't just his tactics, but his leadership style. He didn't sit behind a desk or command from a safe distance. Oh no! Patton was right there at the front, often in the heat of battle, inspiring his troops through his actions. He believed that leaders should lead by example. That meant no hiding in bunkers while others fought. Patton would often put himself right in the line of fire, walking among his soldiers, giving them that much-needed boost of morale. But it wasn't just about being physically present, it was about mentally engaging with his men. Patton's speeches are legendary, full of passion, energy, and that unmistakable fire that ignited a sense of purpose in the men under his command. Just check out his famous speech before the Sicily invasion. We're not here to fight. We're here to win. Discipline. One word that Patton demanded from everyone around him. And when I say discipline, I mean strict, unforgiving, relentless discipline. Patton had zero tolerance for weakness or failure. If you were under his command, you better be ready to perform at your highest level. Every second of every day. His training regimens were brutal. Soldiers who messed up were punished, but Patton knew discipline built fighters. His goal wasn't just to win a battle, it was to create an army that would never break under pressure. Some hated Patton for his harsh methods, but at the same time, his soldiers respected him. And that respect was crucial when the bullets started flying, but it wasn't all about tanks and tactics. Patton understood the psychology of warfare. He knew that the mind could be just as powerful a weapon as a tank. That's why Patton became a master of psychological warfare. Take Operation Fortitude, for instance. Patton played a pivotal role in one of the greatest deception operations of the war. The Allies wanted to mislead the Germans into thinking that the main D-Day assault would happen at Pas-de-Calais, not Normandy. And who did they use to pull this off? Patton. Patton's reputation was key. The Germans believed that if anyone was going to lead the invasion, it would be the aggressive Patton. So, the Allies spread rumors, fake radio transmissions, and even dummy tanks to make the Germans think that the attack was coming somewhere else. They bought it and it worked. Patton's name alone was enough to confuse the enemy and create the psychological advantage the Allies needed. Patton was also a master of armored warfare. He wasn't just another general pushing soldiers into battle. He understood the power of mechanized units and how to use them effectively. His tanks weren't just used for static defense, they were designed to be mobile, fast, and aggressive. Patton saw tanks as the spearhead of modern warfare, capable of breaking enemy lines and causing chaos in the rear. Remember the breakout from Normandy? Patton's Third Army didn't wait for the Allies to slowly grind their way forward. They broke through the German defenses at lightning speed, using tank divisions and mobile infantry to turn the tide in France. That's the Patton way, fast and lethal. And let's not forget one of Patton's most underrated traits, his logistics genius. A tank can only move as fast as the supply lines allow, and Patton understood that more than anyone, he made sure his men always had what they needed: fuel, ammo, food, and medical supplies. This meant his army could move fast without slowing down. Patton's Third Army was a well-oiled machine, constantly moving, constantly fighting. General Patton's leadership was a combination of unrelenting aggression, precise strategy, and sheer willpower. Whether inspiring his troops, outthinking the enemy, or charging headfirst into battle, Patton's tactics left a permanent mark on military history. So, what do you think? Was Patton's aggressive leadership style the key to his success, or did it push the limits too far? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take on one of the greatest generals of all time. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an Echo History video. Until next time, history never sounded so good.
What if one man could challenge an empire, not with weapons, but with truth? What if his greatest weapon was peace? Welcome to Echo History, where we uncover the lives of those who shaped our world. Today, we dive into the incredible journey of Mahatma Gandhi, the man who proved that nonviolence is stronger than any army. Stay with us until the end, where we'll ask a question for you to reflect on. Let's begin. Mahatma Gandhi was born Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi on October 2, 1869, in Porbandar, India. Raised in a deeply religious family, he was influenced by Hinduism, Jainism, and stories of sacrifice and truth. As a young man, Gandhi studied law in London. But it wasn't until he moved to South Africa that his true journey began. There, he experienced racial discrimination firsthand. One night, he was thrown off a train simply for being Indian. This moment ignited a fire in him, realization that injustice had to be challenged. But how? The birth of Satyagraha. Gandhi believed in Satyagraha, a philosophy of truth and nonviolent resistance. Instead of meeting hate with hate, he taught people to resist oppression through civil disobedience. In South Africa, he led Indians in refusing to carry discriminatory passes. Thousands were jailed, but they never fought back with violence. The world took notice. Returning to India, Gandhi led movements against British rule. He urged Indians to boycott British goods, refuse unjust laws, and weave their own clothes, a simple yet powerful act of rebellion. One of the most iconic moments, the Salt March of 1930, Walking 240 miles to the Arabian Sea, Gandhi and thousands of followers defied British laws by making their own salt. A small action with a massive impact. Personal life and struggles. Beyond the public figure, Gandhi was also a husband and a father. His personal life was far from easy. He took vows of simplicity, celibacy, and non-possession, which created challenges in his relationships. His wife, Kasturba, was his biggest supporter, but also his strongest critic. She questioned some of his extreme beliefs, yet stood by him in every struggle. Gandhi's personal journey wasn't perfect. He experimented with self-discipline in ways that raised ethical debates. But what made him remarkable was his willingness to learn, adapt, and always seek truth. The struggle for freedom and final years. By the 1940s, India's fight for freedom was at its peak. After years of nonviolent resistance, India finally gained independence in 1947. But freedom came at a painful cost. Partition. The country was split into India and Pakistan, leading to violent riots and mass displacement. Heartbroken, Gandhi worked tirelessly to bring peace between Hindus and Muslims. He walked barefoot through villages, fasting until violence ceased. His commitment to peace never wavered, but not everyone agreed with him. The assassination. On January 30th, 1948, Gandhi was walking to his evening prayer in Delhi when he was shot 3 times by Nathuram Godse, a Hindu nationalist who opposed Gandhi's peace efforts. As he collapsed, his last words were, "Hey Ram," a call to God. The world mourned, but his legacy had already taken root. His ideas influenced civil rights leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela, proving that nonviolence could shake even the greatest powers. Outro. The legacy of peace. Gandhi's story isn't just history, it's a lesson for today. His belief in nonviolence, truth, and justice still inspires movements across the world. But here's the question. Do you think nonviolence is still the most effective way to bring change today? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Echo History for more stories that shaped our world. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired.